David Northouse here, right in Mike Mark's Pro Shop. Excited to be joining Team Rex and be doing our first video together. We'll be reviewing the IQ78U, the new urethane for the PBA Tour. We'll be bowling on the 37-foot Viper pattern. We got a 4-inch pin and a 5-inch pin, so we're just gonna see what they do. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. All right, guys. Got that IQ78U here. Let's throw some shots. Got the 4-inch pin one, and let's see how it rolls. We'll be starting at we'll be standing on 10, hopefully hitting around that 6-7, and we'll just go from there. All right, well, went a little longer than I thought, or hooked a little less than I thought it would. It still wants to be pretty early, but because it's a little harder, it's gonna want to bail a little bit farther down lane. If it was a little softer, it probably would have continued a little bit better, but nothing that a small adjustment can't help. All right, so we'll move, go like a 1-1 to the right. Let it see a little bit more friction, and we can get there. All right, so yeah, made that little small move right. Hopefully wanting to get to pick up a little bit sooner, finishing a little bit better. Definitely saw the friction a little bit better for that. Picked up, continued, went through the pins nice. Got that 10 pin out, which I struggle with urethane just because I throw it a little hard, but it also helps that they put a bigger core in this to help it hook a little bit more, go through the pins a little bit better. So let's throw another shot, same area, and just see what it does. Ooh, a little inside. Woo! A little inside of target, but I mean, it hooked in like roughly the same spot, but because it's a little bit harder, it built a little bit more for me down lane. So definitely gave me a lot of area, which I really appreciate on shorter patterns like that. So with this one, let's just try to open up the angle a little bit, throw it a little bit slower, just so hopefully it comes around the corner. Let's see what happens. All right. Woo! That was pretty. So yeah, moved a little bit inside, slowed the ball speed a little bit down. Also added a touch of axis rotation just to help it a little bit more down lane. You saw it shape pretty well. So, I mean, this thing's going through the pins really well right now. All right. Throw one more shot, just kind of like that again. Hopefully get it to friction a little bit more, and then we'll throw the other one and see what it does. There we go, hook. Oh, well, all right. Almost got the log, but yeah, it was, I mean, kind of expected it a little flat, like I said. The harder urethane ball, it's not necessarily, it's gonna, it creates like less of a footprint in the lane. So instead of like continuing, it's gonna wanna bail a little bit more down lane. And that's where it kind of like that, you see that hit. So a little flat. So I'm not gonna be able to create as much angle, and that's where hopefully this taller pin, the 5-inch pin one, can help me out. So where if I need that shape, I can just go to that and things will be fine. So let's switch over to that 5-incher and just see how it compares. So I'm gonna go back to where I started, around that, standing on 10 or 11, looking at 6, 7, and go from there. All right, definitely a little bit more. That was the first shot at it in a while, so it is gonna hook just a touch more because it's urethane and there's no oil on it, but you can still see it's a little sharper on the back end compared to the other one, because I mean, the 5-inch pin is gonna want to be a little bit weaker of a layout, so it's not gonna be quite as early as the other one. So we'll stay in the same spot. Hopefully with a little oil on it, it reacts a little bit better for you. Ooh. All right, so that one actually got to the friction, got through, didn't want to like pick up as early as that other one. So it got to like that 1-2 board, which is what I ideally would like to see. And then the other one, like I said, wants to pick up early, kind of bail a little bit more. It is a lot stronger than that one. And that one, as you saw, it just has a little bit more on the back end. So quite a bit different motion from both of them. So as I did with the 4-inch one, we're gonna move a little bit left, open up the angle a little bit, and just see what it does. Whew. Yeah, so definitely goes through the pins a little bit better than that one. That one I almost 710 with. 5-inch pins definitely just, like I said, store a little bit more energy than the 4-inch one. And you saw that go through the pins. So let's throw another one there. Let's move a little bit more left just to see how far we can go. Won't move much, maybe a couple boards, but we'll also have to slow the ball speed down, but let's see what happens. All right, pick up. Woo. So starting to get to that area where urethane's just not really cutting it, but that one, even though with the amount of angle we're trying to give it, it still wanted to pick up and kind of finish on the back end. So even got that little Swisher 7 out, which we really like to see. If I wanted to throw the other one in that area, it's probably a bucket just for how strong it is. And like I said, it just wants to bail down lane. So we'll move just a little bit more and see if we still can't get it back to the pocket. All right, well, it keeps going. So yeah, that one's definitely a lot more angular. So when I want to, when I'm gonna throw these two, whenever I want to, I guess play straighter angles, there's a little bit more volume in the middle or the fronts. I wanna throw that 4-inch one just to, shut my angles down like I said. I want it to read that front part of the lane. The 5-incher would probably just go a little bit too long. And then for patterns like this, when I want to shape it a little bit, obviously the 5-inch one would be my go-to. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. These are, can't wait to throw them out on the tour and see what they actually do. And if you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.